killer of kings. The fatal mistake that millions make is to overthink. We're going to get into how a relatively well planned, excellently executed strategy always kills a perfect plan but poorly executed. We're going to get into a discussion of 5 steps how you can move forward into being decisive, taking action, and pivoting when something wrong happens that you didn't think of. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Very.
As always, Anna-Marie Meyer and Eddie Magane. Let's get into it. I'm excited about this one. Overthinking normally causes analysis paralysis because you are going to the worst case scenario constantly. It's not a bad thing. You have to know that the worst case scenario is this. Am I prepared to live with that?
Yeah.
If I make this decision? Yes, let's go for it. That's worst case scenario. Will I survive and move forward? So if I jump into a lion's cage, the worst case is that I get eaten.
Yeah.
Do I take the risk? I don't overthink it. No, I'm not prepared to take the risk, so I don't jump in the lion's cage. So before we get into the 5 steps that you should follow, also another reason I think people overthink is because they go back into their past and they realize that when I was 17 years old, this is the worst thing that happened and that led to this and this. What if this leads to it goes so deep instead of just boom, taking action. Okay, this is not working, pivoting. Are you ready to get into the 5 steps to help the people stop overthinking?
Yes, definitely.
Let's prevent the killer of kings. Let's promote kings out there and queens. Okay, step 1, become aware and become present.
That's the most difficult part, because sometimes you're overthinking and you're not even aware of it. So that is definitely the part where you've been hovering on this for weeks or days. Never give anything more time that's allowed. So when you've got an idea, allow yourself a certain time. The moment you overstep that time, then you need to ask around you. You've got family, you've got friends, you've got colleagues. So depending on the situation, then start asking questions. Then you're going to realize you're either overthinking it or you're on the right track. But that is the most difficult part, to get to that point, to not overthink.
Brilliant. Number 2, do I have control?
Yeah, it's very important to ask yourself that question. What I like about anything that we can anticipate in life is once you get started, whatever challenges can be there, then they come to light. That's just an opportunity to navigate your way through the challenges. Sitting and thinking about them and just thinking, no, this might happen, it might rain on my way there, and will just keep you at the same place that you've always been. So why would you want to worry about what you can't control? Just take the first step.
100%. And it brings me to the 3rd one. It's isolate the thought. The end goal is getting to Durban, for example. Yes. Whether it rains, hails, storms, hurricanes, dinosaurs, you need to think about getting to Durban.
Whether the cameras...
Look, speeding cameras you need to think about as well. That's why you keep your speed underneath 120, please. Keep it nice and safe. But you have to isolate the thought. Yeah. Going into a soccer game, you could get injured, lightning can hit you. I've seen YouTube videos where lightning hits players while they're playing soccer. You can have a fan throw a bottle against your head. Or you can just go out there and you can play the best game that you've ever played and feel great about it.
You wanted to win the game, so you can just think about winning the game, go in there, win the game.
Absolutely. Yeah. Number 4, take action. Focus on what you can control and also focus on only your monkeys. So monkeys, just before you answer that, to bring everyone in context, there's a beautiful book by Patrick Lencioni that speaks about effective management is when people walk in, every problem they leave in your office is a monkey.
Yeah.
So before you know it, unless they walk in and you help them resolve the problem, you're going to end up with 50 monkeys in your office running around pulling your hair. So every time there's a problem, it's on the person's shoulder. Yeah. You tell them, this is how you solve the problem. Here's your monkey back. Go.
Your circus, your monkeys.
Yeah. So going into that, take action, focus on what you can control and only on your monkeys. So can you please dig into that?
it's really as easy as this, that whatever the problem, if I can't control the weather, I can't do it. Yes, I can see, I'm going to plan a weekend away. Let's quickly check if it's a week beforehand, what the weather is going to be. That I can control to see. But if I need to make holiday planning 6 months in advance, I can't plan that. So if it's there, it's there. Only take the situation and control what's yours at that point in time, and stop breaking your head and your heart about things that you can't control. And there's a lot of things, like those monkeys. I can't control people that's got monkeys on their shoulders. So teach them how to handle it and let them go.
Lastly, it takes time, if you can get into that.
Well, obviously with everything that you want to do, depending on who you are, we all approach situations differently, right? For one person, it might be easy to adapt to a situation. For another, it might take years and years. But the remaining fact is, if your eyes are on the goal, if you are focused on where you need to get to, what you want to do, for so long as that patience is there and that the focus is just on the goal, you'll just make it, regardless when and how.
I've got a nice insight for the viewers and for you too. So earlier, you walked in. It's been a very busy day. You did very well. Your team did very well today. As a company, we are smashing it. You lost the deal because of something beyond your control. We discussed it. It takes time. In this context, we allocated between 5 and 7 minutes, discussing back and forth. I could see you upset. You are very passionate about what you do. Obviously, your salesperson lost the commission. The F&I team, you lost it. The company lost commission around this deal. We allocated 7 minutes. That's all that problem is getting. It's not getting a second more than 7 minutes. After our discussion, it won't be discussed again. We know where we can improve, where we went wrong, and it won't happen again. So time is very crucial. You have to allocate the right amount of time.
In fact, after spending the 7 minutes, what happened is I was grateful that it happened.
Yes.
Because I can see it's a lesson now. Tomorrow I'll handle the situation better.
But again, you discussed it with your colleagues. And that is normally. So you walked in, you didn't continue spending time on your own with this. You discussed it, it was over and done with, and that is basically that whole 5 steps was handled.
In 7 minutes, and we move forward. In closing, I want to tell a story. It's from a book called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. So the boy is in the woods, stuck, and he got analysis paralysis. It's dark, so he asks the horse for advice. So the horse says, all right, can you see where you're going? He says, no, it's very dark. Okay, cool. Can you see just in front of you towards the first step that you'll make? He says, yes, that's all you need to see. Just the first step. Just the first step. The rest will figure itself out. Just take the first step. Don't overthink, take action, and it will all be okay. Team, and all the viewers, if you enjoy this type of content, if you find that it adds value, perhaps you can share it and it can add value to someone else's life, please hit the like button also.
And subscribe.
Or ring a bell.
Thank you very much. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.